take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in her. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts and now point them out. I buy like 23. Whoa, won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I had to put my wrist on the win, can't take another. Hey, champion.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
He's across
a gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson, flush to his right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down and 4, Jackson, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down. Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, CD, that was a well-orchestrated drive by Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and how about the way he capped it off, too? Orchestrate the drive and then let everybody know exactly who the guy is on the field you got to watch on every play. Finishes it off with a touchdown run.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
James Conner, 73 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Intercepted by the
But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
On 1st and 10 is counter. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Samuels. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Roethlisberger will hand to counter. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll They'll look to run with Connor. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Ravens 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 44, Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. Rolling to his right. He'll run it. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Alex Highsmith there on the tackle.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Throwing on second down. Jackson over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Operating from the gun. Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
Yeah, big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
And it's third down.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
To kick off for Baltimore.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Connor. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 3-yard gain.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And maybe some indecision on getting the punt team out there. And they're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay.
About to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
First and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 43. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
At their 49-yard line.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Flushed out right. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run with Dobbins. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Play action. Now Jackson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. T.J. Watt picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And goal.
And now because of the sack, it's third and goal from the 14.
Yo. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Don't get nervous.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Samuels. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Ravens 7.
First down, and Samuels. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. They go play action with Jackson. He completes it to Bryant. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Bryant with a catch right side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Steps away to his left. He made, oh no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bud Dupree in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
27-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this coming 2nd down play. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Again, a run with Connor. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Their own 29-yard line.
They start with a give to Connor. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center that knows, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, especially within the division.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.